Well, awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching Real Estate Insider tonight. We have a very special guest with us, Keller Williams, Mr. Bobby Mohebbi, one of my dear friends and top producer realtors here in Houston, Texas, and also represents our nationwide realty team. And tonight we're going to be featuring, showcasing, talk about, Bobby, why you want to have a realtor in your corner. You don't want to go out into the market and buy a home on your own. You need to have the best representation. So Bobby's going to talk about if we work with you here in Houston, he's going to represent you. But more importantly, if you're doing deals nationwide, Bobby can also be your hookup for the nationwide realty with Keller Williams. So Bobby, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. I know your time is very valuable, my friend. You could be out there selling properties, but you're talking to me.
Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be here.
Yeah. So kind of, the thing that, you and I have started working together, and I've had the privilege to be able to work with you, and you're really a hustler, a go-getter. And one of the things some of the points I want to talk about tonight is, first off, let's learn about who you are. And then if you can talk about why use Keller Williams, why use Bobby, because a lot of people are like, well, I already have a realtor, or, I don't need a realtor. They're a waste of money. They're just, they just care about their commission. They don't care about me. You have all these bad things that people say.
Absolutely.
So let's talk. Can you kind of put some color on this for us to educate us all?
Absolutely. So I've been in the real estate business for 6 years now. Got my license in 2015. Started out doing fix and flips.
Okay.
Going to the different auctions and purchasing homes and fixing them and flipping them.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I'm more of the realtor on the MLS side, which is more creative. You can be extremely creative and think outside the box and how you can make sure that the deal happens, and also the creativity market the deals to bring in more clients and bring in more money, so to speak. So the more clients, offers you get on a property, the more money you're going to have on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So, but then now you started off as a flipper, then you migrated into becoming a realtor. And so because there's so many realtors, right? Why should somebody work with you in Keller Williams?
So this may all sound familiar. Every agent says it, but to me, it's about handing the keys to the clients. That is very important to me. At first, clients are skeptical. They don't know if this deal is going to happen. If they don't know if they're going to be able to purchase a home. But at the end of the deal, when I hand them the keys and I see their eyes glowing like the ray of sunshine, that's all I care about. Mm-hmm. And with the technology that we're having, and with how aggressively I attack the deals, I feel like I'm the best candidate.
Yeah,
to make all of these deals happen and put them together.
You work 7 days, right? You work every day.
7 days, absolutely.
You're texting, calling 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night in the morning.
Absolutely.
So you can tell by just listening to you have a lot of energy. And
absolutely.
So I can tell just from the clients that we've referred to, they really like working with you because you represent them in the contract to make sure that they're protected. You negotiate to get the best price. You try to get closing cost assistance if you can. And you really try to scour the market to find the best properties for the clients, which is very, very important.
Absolutely. I'm sure you know this as well. Every client's need is different.
Right.
So understanding the client's need is very important in this business. Mm-hmm. And the reason why you and I get along very, very well is because we understand the client's needs and we're able to attack those areas and get them to the closing table. Mm-hmm. So that is very important in my opinion.
Okay. Now, walk me through, like, if somebody uses you for the nationwide realty, what's the process?
So the first things first, I will give them a call, speak with them, understand their needs, and get them in touch with one of the realtors in our brokerage, which is Keller Williams, and explain their needs and situation to the realtor I refer them to. I will still be their main point of contact if they need anything. If they have any questions, any challenges that may come up, they can still call me and ask for experience or reference. Mm-hmm. But it's simple as that. And we'll hook them up together and get them to the closing table. Simple as that.
Let's say, because you're here in Houston, so let's say somebody gets approved in, let's just say LA. Mm-hmm. So you will take the pre-approval letter that our mortgage company, we give it to the customer, we give you a copy of it, and then you link them up with a local Keller Williams approved licensed agent in Los Angeles.
Yes, sir.
And you vetted that realtor to make sure they're legit.
Absolutely.
The client's needs, then you pair those two people together.
Absolutely.
And that's very powerful.
Yes, sir.
Right? Because, I mean, right now, and we're talking about it before we came on the show, that, when you're out there buying a real estate, if you don't have a realtor, it's the blind leading the blind, right?
Absolutely.
So talk about that, because a lot of people think that, realtors, just, commission freaks, and they don't really care about the client. Why is it so important to have a realtor?
So a lot of the challenges that may come up is the client not understanding the process. What I strive to do and what I teach my team to do is to make sure the client understands the process of how things are going to happen. Whether they understand, we make sure they understand what they're about to get into, basically. Step by step.
Okay, you go step by step. Okay.
Step by step, we don't leave a comma, a period, anything out. We make sure they're well educated. Sometimes I joke with my clients too. I say, hey, after this deal, you can even become a realtor, get your real estate license, and become a realtor yourself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. From the wealth of knowledge they're getting from me and my team.
Right, because if they don't understand the process, then that could lead to mistakes.
Absolutely.
Wasting money, losing time, losing the house that they wanted.
Oh, right? Absolutely.
Right. I mean,
that is painful for me to watch when that happens.
Yeah, I had a customer in California, and they ended up not going with our network. They went with their own realtor, and they called me up and they regretted it, because I guess that realtor didn't know what they were doing, and the contract they didn't have so what happened was the property needed a repair on the roof, and I guess there was the realtor didn't advise the client, and the client obviously didn't read the contract, that if the borrower didn't get loan commitment by X amount of days, that the seller could cancel the contract, even if the home needed repairs. And what happened was the home needed repairs, so they let the contract drag out, even though the customer got the loan commitment. But they got the loan commitment after the seller canceled the contract, and they never fixed the house, and they turned around and sold the property cash to somebody else. And the lady was crushed because the realtor didn't structure the contract to protect her. And then, she lost the house.
Right. Right.
And that's the thing that's very important, that the realtor, one thing that a lot of first time buyers that they don't know, when I first started in this business, I pre-approved someone and they went on their own to the builder to buy a house, and they gave me the contract and didn't talk to me, didn't have any realtor, and the loan didn't end up closing. The guy lost his job, and then the builder kept his earnest money and said, you see in the contract I put that your earnest money is non-refundable. And
right.
I said, you never ever sign a contract with non-refundable earnest money. It's always contingent on financing. And the buyer never read the contract. The builder screwed him. And so the reason why I'm bringing
right. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's very important that you as the realtor, you look out for your client to protect them, to make sure that stuff like that doesn't happen.
Absolutely. We put, depending on the loan program, we put a couple of contingencies so that they don't lose their earnest money,
right?
Which is a good chunk of change. It's not a few cents here.
How much is earnest money? Usually like 1%? Or?
Usually 1%, yeah. But depending on and especially in this market, knowing how aggressive the market is, if we want to make the offer look really, really good, and submit a very strong offer, I usually advise 2% earnest money.
Okay. Right. And then you have a financing contingency, you have an option period.
So, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. To protect it. Absolutely.
So what is an option period?
So option period gives us, basically, in layman's terms, we are renting the property for, let's say, $10 a day for 10 days from the landlord or the owner to do our due diligence on the property.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say the inspector comes in and there's an issue with the roof. Me, as a real estate agent, I can't advise on how much it's going to cost, or if we need to repair the whole entire roof or not. So what we do is we get quotes from 2-3 different roof repair companies to come in and give us a quote and see how much it's going to cost. And based on that, we can negotiate our deal. Right. If we go in blindly, hey, I've had deals where we didn't even do the inspection period. And when the buyers purchased the property and went into the property, suddenly the roof started leaking. The next week, it started raining.
Wow.
So it's very important to do our due diligence when purchasing the property.
Right.
Which I have access to some of the information in the backlog, agent log, to read about the roof age, about whether the property was flooded or not, or if there was any insurance claims on the property, whether the property is in a flood zone or not in Houston. I can check all of that to have a peace of mind, to give a peace of mind to the client.
Right. Now, that's really strong, and I've seen how you've really gone to bat to protect the clients and really strive to get them the best deal. And I think one of the biggest things is that with you is that your energy is very high, and you're very committed to your career. And some agents, they're not like that. They're just kind of in it part time or just whatever. You seem like you want to make a big life with real estate, and you want to be a top producing agent. So you really go all in, and it really reflects in your charisma, right? So
absolutely,
yeah, no, I like that, man.
Very much, absolutely. A lot of part-time agents.
Yeah. So
and there's maybe 20,000 of them here in Houston.
What do you think some of the top mistakes that home buyers make?
First things first, not consulting with an agent. That's one of the main mistakes that I see all the time. And then I wish they would come to me first, because they go to, I don't want to, badmouth any other agent or anything, but usually they speak with 2-3 other agents. They go through the deal. They lose their earnest money. They lose all the money they spent on the option and inspections and all of that. And then they come to me. And I just wish they would come to me in the first place.
Right.
And talk to me about it. Right. So it's not as easy as going to the store, picking the house that you want, paying for it, and coming out. Right. There's so much that the client needs to know and do. I always tell my clients that this journey, since it's going to be your biggest purchase, it's going to be an emotional roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
So right. I hope you're able to ride through the ups and downs of it. But at the end, what I can guarantee you is you will have the keys to your dream home. That's what I can guarantee.
Right. I agree. That's 100%. Very well said. So, okay. No, I like that. Now I want to kind of flip the table a little bit now, because we've talked about you and Keller Williams and why we work with you. My question for you now is, why do you work with us?
So I've worked with different mortgage bankers and mortgage brokers. Here's the thing. I have not met anyone as genuine and as caring as you and the people on your team. Mm-hmm. Honest to God. And the way you guys understand the client situation is very much different than all the other mortgage brokers that I've worked with. Mm-hmm. Usually all they care about is, hey, we can pre-approve you up to this much, and they don't deliver. Mm-hmm. You guys fight to the end, and that's what I like, and that's what makes me look good, and that's what I like the most about it, mm-hmm. right? Because you have a very dedicated team that are always behind the phone, always making phone calls, always answering your emails promptly. I've never had to wait to get a response from you or anybody on your team. But right. Other mortgage brokers, they're either on vacation Like you send them an email and you get that auto reply. I will be out of the office till the 28th of March. So I will return your call when I get back to the office. Like that's not how this business works.
Yeah. I mean, and I appreciate that. I mean, and I think in all fairness, there are some good lenders out there. It's just that a lot of them, if the deal's not, a layup, they don't really want anything to do with it.
Right. Well, you were the first one I met that was absolutely great, and I'm going to stick to that one. That's how I put it. I'm sure there's a lot of good brokers and good agents out there, but when you meet the right broker, the first time, you're going to stick to it.
Yeah, no, I agree. If the chemistry is good, and things are going good, and you're trying, because the thing is that we're dealing with trying to help people, and sometimes their cases are not the easiest, and you're trying to make it work within a seller's market with ever-changing loan guidelines. And sometimes it's like you said, an emotional roller coaster, because someone's credit may not be ready, their job may have an issue, their income, the property has issues, the seller is impatient, the listing agent, all this stuff. So you have to deal with all these things, and so it puts pressure on everybody, and so why it's never a magic bullet, or it's never 100% guaranteed. But the thing is that I think what is important, what matters, is the amount of effort that the people that are involved put into the process to help the client. And one thing about our duo is that we put in more effort than I know of any other duo or team, realty and lender team. Most realtors and lenders, they don't work 7 days a week. They clock out at 5 o'clock, and we're here Saturday, Sunday, grinding it out. When people are actually making offers on houses on the weekends, at night when they get off work, they're not really making an offer on a home at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday. So
absolutely.
I
especially with the difference in time zones as well, we have to be ready to respond. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I know, and I do appreciate that. And so I think that, a lot of people that in the future that are going to be watching this video, they're going to want to know who's Bobby, who's Keller Williams, who are all these people that you're connecting with, Angelo. And I want them to watch this video so they can see, your face, put a name with a face, and why to work with you, why you're so transparent, why you're so passionate about helping your clients to succeed. And I think that it's really important that they can come back and reference this video today.
Absolutely. I always tell the clients, you will know about the good, bad, and ugly of the properties that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
From there, make the decision, and I will help you get to the closing table.
Yeah.
Full transparency.
Let me ask this: what's your take on the rest of 2021 in the market? Do you think that it's going to stay hot like this, or it's going to cool off, or what?
Well, I think in the next 6-7 months, we're going to have a hot market still, depending on how the interest rates go up and down. But as far as the rest of 2021, as far as I can see, the market is still going to be hot. We're still on the shortage of inventory. Most builders don't even won't finish the build 8-9 months down the road from here. So it's a really hot market for buyers, a really hot market for the sellers, which it excites me to wake up every single day at 5:30 a.m. to get up and get grinding, basically. Wow. But I feel like it would still be a relatively good market.
Yeah.
The shortage of inventory. We have to keep that in mind. That's a very important key.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's the thing is, you got to see what happens with the interest rates, and I think there's the material cost of homes is rising. Like lumber is shot through the roof.
Absolutely.
And, so we just have to see what the future holds. I hope that it stays strong. But it is. I mean, that's one thing I'm telling people right now. It's a seller's market. You got to get pre-approved up front, because a seller or listing agent is not going to take you seriously if you don't have a pre-approval, not a pre-qualification, an actual pre-approval, and you make sure that you have all your conditions. If you have credit conditions or loan conditions, get all that stuff done, because they're not going to want to do extensions and wait for you and all this stuff. They're just going to go sell the house to somebody else. That's why I tell, borrowers and people, hey man, get your file ready 100%. So that way you can close easy.
Absolutely.
Don't play around and wait till the last minute and then just think you hope that everything's going to come together. This business is not about hoping. Okay, you got to get your file right, get your credit right, get your money right, get with the right realtor and the right lender, and then you'll close, and then you'll be happy in your dream home. But,
Absolutely.
But
it's all about execution, as you mentioned. It's very important to have all the ducks in a row,
right,
to be able to, for us to, it has to, if they don't get all the ducks in a row, because there are some documents, there are some things that we're going to need from the borrowers, right? And if they can't help us, it'll push everything back. If we're asking them for a document, that's why I say it's going to be an emotional roller coaster, up and down. One day, everything is good. The next day, we're going to need this document. We're going to need that document, right? We're going to give them news on the inspection report. We're going to give them news on, that there's repairs that need to be done based on, the negotiations that go in between, that goes on between the seller's agent and the buyer's agent, right? So it's always going to be up and down. So it's very important for the borrowers to be responsive as well, not just for the agents or the lenders. So basically, when I need a document, when I need something from the borrower, they're able to get it ready and give it to me in a very timely manner, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, time is of the essence. You have to have a sense of urgency. I agree. So, no, man, I'm really glad that you took the time to talk with us. I know you're really busy. We're all very busy, but I wanted to stop and pause and take a moment and say we're very grateful to work with you.
Same here.
Take very good care of our Texas clients, our nationwide clients. And we want to, if you guys ever need a realtor, you can reach out to Bobby. All of his contact information will be in the YouTube channel. You can call, text him, email him. He works 7 days a week, just like us. He's very passionate about helping his clients. So, and like I said, he loves working with our company. So we appreciate you and Keller Williams working with us. We're very grateful. And so just want to, keep it going, man. So appreciate you coming on the show tonight. And
thank you very much for having me.
Let's rock out 2021 and be successful.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Appreciate you, man.
Have a good one. Thank you very much.
Yeah.